Hey there guys, I wanted to make this quick video recapping on the new patch 9.24b, as patch 9.24b will be coming out tomorrow, roughly around noon PST. And if you don't know what B at the end of a patch means, it means it's like a kind of a not micro patch, but kind of like a weird patch to put in because we have a big break coming up since it's the holidays and whatnot. So this will be the patch we play on all the way up until like after New Year's, maybe like January 12th is usually when the next season start patch will happen. So without further ado, here are the changes. So the first changes we're going to run through are the systematic changes, such as items. So ever since preseason, the serrated Dirk lost its unique passive effect to deal bonus damage after killing a unit, and it's felt really weak with the point where people just buy 3 longswords instead of completing it. It's not worth it, so they buffed it by 5 extra AD. Likewise, in the same category of changes, they also gave Edge Knight 5 more AD to compensate with the Dirk, so kind of nice changes. They're not too big, not too small. They also changed the Elder Dragon buff to last 150 seconds instead of 180, and they made the burn damage from 90 to 270 to 75 to 225, so slightly weaker. I mean, they do still want it to be like, you get the Elder Drake, you win the game, and they lower the time so kind of matches Baron, so people do have an option to turtle it out. Not bad changes. And then they also, on top of already hotfix nerfing the Ocean Drake, they're nerfing the Ocean Drake again from 3 to 12% missing HP to be 2.5% to 10% missing HP heal. So they're, I guess, nerfing all the dragons, and it's a little weird, but Ocean Drake, they said themselves that Ocean Drake is still too strong, so they want to nerf it. And I'll also put up the nerf here for the Ocean Soul as well, since it's very complex, but the same heal's pretty much still there, but it's over 4 seconds to 3, since they don't want you to be completely unkillable when you have the soul. And then they are also nerfing Infernal Dragon as well by making it go from 5 to 20% bonus AD AP to 4 to 16%. And likewise, they're also nerfing the soul by 10, so pretty much just rescaling the power level of all the dragons. And like we said before, here's the mountain buff as well, or nerf, but mountain buff of the dragon, from 8 to 32% bonus armor and MR to 6 to 24% armor and MR. And the soul as well lost 25 base and some scalings as well. But the cloud soul was the only one to actually get a buff. So the movement speed after ult cast went from 40% in 3 seconds to 50% for 6 seconds. It's a pretty big buff, and I guess it's because cloud is pretty underwhelming. Makes sense. And then some of the nerfs we got this patch was to Heimerdinger. Thank God, you know, Heimerdinger terrorizing everywhere, but it's kind of just a small band-aid fix for now, with the damage per rocket going from 60 to 180 to 50 to 170, and his ulted grenade, not his regular grenade, just his ulted grenade, from 150 to 350 to 100 to 300. So not biggest nerfs, but you know, what I'll have to do, you know, make him less annoying until the new patch for new season comes out. Hopefully they do nerf him in that. And then we also got a nerf for Shaco's E to reduce the damage from 70 170 to it's the exact same. That's strange. I swear the base numbers are now. So it looks like they only turned down the base AD ratio by 10% and the AP by 5%, while also kind of averaging the mana cost. So it's not bad. It's just a small nerf to kind of patch him up. And then Aphelios has had a really excellent performance as he's been released. So they're reducing his mark damage on his sniper, which is the Calibrum, by 0.1 bonus AD off, so just 10%, nothing too big. And his Infernum, which is his flamethrower ultimate, was also reduced by 20% bonus AD scaling, and that's honestly fine because most Aphelios only use that ult, so I get they want to promote other ultimates as well, and also reducing the radius of the explosion on the ult. Then we move over to the buffs. The only buffs that are coming out in this patch are pretty minor to most of the people that need them too. So for Alistar, they're giving him, I don't actually know why they're giving him this buff, but I'm not sure what Alistar's buff is here though, because 0.13 AD isn't very big, and the passive heal going from 20 to 139 to 25 to 161, this is kind of a negligible buff, kind of like a nerfs on some of the other guys, just kind of a slap on the wrist, not really much, but maybe they're letting us know that they really want to buff Alistar in the incoming future on the season patch. Ezreal, who's been pretty much the biggest loser of all the preseason because he lost Kleptomancy, Conqueror, Nerfs. He can't use anything. He's kind of weak. He's getting a small 10% AD ratio buff, which is kind of nice. They're giving Garen's E damage back on his champ levels that they actually just nerfed to him because the nerfs were too harsh and actually gutted him quite a bit. And Garen mains did not like it at all, and his win rate plummeted. So I think they realized they nerfed him a little too hard. Gnar also got a buff on Mega. When he's in Mega, his Boulder Toss, his Q, got up by 20% damage, and his total AD on his Wallop is Mega W, which is the stun afford. Also got buffed by 25-105 to 25-145. So it's just small buffs. They're kind of noticeable since Q is the most spammable and better trades when you go all in. Graves' E cooldown is also getting a buff by getting reduced 2 seconds, which is pretty massive thinking about it since Graves does already reduce the cooldown of his E per auto attack. So overall, with this patch, I like to think that not too much is changing. They're just, you know, Band-Aid fixing, balancing out what needs to just go down a little bit in power levels, and maybe these nerfs and buffs can kind of lead to who they might actually target next in the preseason or the season start patch, pardon me, to see like if they want to get rid of outliers and maybe buff some. Like the Alistar buff's kind of weird since it's so small, and maybe they might actually want to buff him. But anyways, that'll do it for me, guys. I'm just here to, you know, provide some information, give you nice update videos. Until then, have a good day.